Alright, hello YouTube. So, on today's video, I am going to be showing off what I got from a recent trade of game stuff to a local game store again. So I figured before I, show you guys what I got and everything, I'm just going to go over what I'm trading in. So, trading in a Sega Saturn with controller, cables, let's see, and then some games. So, sealed PS4 copy of Earthlock. This is a pretty uncommon PS4 game, but I'm never gonna get around to playing it because it's on Nintendo Switch, and I'd rather play that on Switch because it's an RPG. And then all my Saturn games. I think I have around 10 or so games, and then some Dreamcast stuff. We got Mark of the Wolves, Tokyo Extreme Racer. These are all loose, which is why I don't really care about getting rid of them. Rocket, Surf Racing, Urban Chaos, GTA 2, Plasma Sword, let's see, Someday Amigo, Bug, let's see, Croc on Saturn, Blast Chamber on Saturn, WWF, In Your House on Saturn. Then the rest of my Saturn stuff, a bootleg sampler, some golf game, Panzer Dragoon, that's a good one, Daytona USA Championship, Space Jam, Virtua Fighter 2, Sky Target, that game's not very good, Knights, Independence Day, let's see, Virtua Fighter 1, Virtua Cop 2, Quarterback Attack, Slam and Jam, Sports games, Daytona USA, sports game, Virtual Open Tennis, that game's terrible, Virtua Cop, and Fighting Vipers. So I'm going to be trading in all this stuff to my local game store, and so when I come back from there, I'll show you guys the receipt, show you guys what I got. I'm not expecting too much from this, probably only like, $80. But, and then I'll show you guys what I got. So, I'll see you guys after the cut. Alright, so I'm back from the store now. I ended up with $200 in store credit, which is crazy to me, because I kind of figured I'd only get like 80 bucks for that stuff. So, kind of crazy. So some of you guys might be wondering why I traded in all my Sega Saturn stuff, and it's like I said in the last video, I'm trying to just downsize and get rid of all my non-Nintendo stuff. So pretty much like all the stuff that I'm going to be, focusing on, like I said before, is going to be Nintendo. So yeah, I used all my trade credit to get a bunch of Nintendo stuff. But yeah, so one thing I got, and I figured I'd show it right now, is this Hyperkin HDMI cable for the SNES and the GameCube and the N64. So I already had one of these for my N64, but I needed another one for my SNES, so I figured I should just grab it now since I can get it for free. Alright, so we're going to do a cut, and you guys are going to be looking at my hands. I'll be right back. Alright, so just in case you guys don't believe me that I got all the stuff for free on store credit, here's my receipt from the day, and as you can see, grand total, $211, and store credit paid, $211, so, yeah, I got all this stuff for free, which is pretty great when you consider some of this stuff is really great stuff to pick up. I'm really excited, in case you guys can't tell. So, I guess let's start with this game. This is my only Game Boy Color pickup, and it's Dragon Ball Z Power Warriors, Legend of the Super Warriors, Legendary Super Warriors. I had this back when I was younger. This is actually a Dragon Ball Z turn-based RPG. I think it's okay. I don't remember anything, but I'm excited to check it out again. Let's see, my two Switch games. I got, so for starters, let's just do this one. This is Battle Chasers Night War. I've wanted to check this game out for a while now, And I actually didn't get this with the store credit. I got this separately from a different store. But it was on clearance for $10, so I figured I'd pick it up, and I figured I'd show it off here, just because, you know, when else would I get a chance to show this off? But yeah, for $10, I figured why not. This was an RPG I've wanted to check out for a while. And then this is actually the most expensive game I got today, was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And you know, Mario Kart 8. I was playing this earlier. It's, you know, it's Mario Kart. It's pretty fantastic. Yeah, unfortunately the store I was at didn't have, like, a lot of, like, high ticket items, you know, expensive stuff. So I just settled for a lot of, like, filler games, but in my opinion, good filler. So, yeah, on GPA, I got Pinobi. I heard this is a really fun little platformer. I've been interested in checking this one out for a while now. Got Lilo and Stitch. So I already had Lilo and Stitch 1, or no, Lilo and Stitch 2, so this completes the set, but believe it or not, these are actually really solid Metal Slug clones. Really good games. And Lady Sayo, which I've heard some pretty good things about. Yeah, happy to add those ones to my collection. Trying to beef up my GBA collection. And then moving on to Super Nintendo, because I have some Super Nintendo pickups. I got Star Fox, which this is in just immaculate condition. You know, incredible label and everything. I really love the Star Fox series as a whole. I actually don't think this game's that great, but you know, I love this series, so I felt like I should own this. I got the Great Circus Mystery, or wait, this is Magical Quest, the Great Circus Mystery, my bad. I really like this series of games. I have the first one on Game Boy Advance, and yeah, you know, this is a really solid series of 2D platformers that Disney and Capcom made back in the day. Got Mystic Quest Final Fantasy. I've wanted to check this out for a long time now. I hear it's like baby's first RPG, and I've kind of always wanted to play it because of that. Got Phantom 2049. I've heard of things about this game. I've heard it's like a pretty good Metroidvania clone. So it's been on my list, and they had it for a pretty decent price, so I figured why not. And then Super Star Wars. I've had this one in the past, and I really like it, so happy to add it. Moving on to GameCube. Should I do GameCube next? Yeah, let's do GameCube next, because I'll have a lot of stuff for GameCube. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. I've never played a Need for Speed game before, so this will be a fun little, you know, this will be a fun one to check out. And this one is complete. It has the case of manual, so that's pretty sweet. Cheap GameCube game, only $6, and then Karaoke Revolution. So I need this. I actually needed this for a video I'm going to make in the future, so that'll be pretty fun when I get to make that video. But I still need a few other things before I can make that. But this was part of the list of things I needed. And moving on to, let's do Wii next. Yeah, let's do Wii next. So yeah, let's get these ones out of the way. These were all $1 each, so I figured why not, I'd pick them up. And, Kawasaki, Jet Ski, whatever. I've heard this game's trash, but let's see. Family Fun Football. Again, I haven't heard anything about this, but you know, it's $1 Wii game. Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I'll probably keep this one. Yeah, I'll probably keep this one. I like Star Wars, so why not? Groovin Blocks. I haven't heard anything about this, but I like puzzle games, so can't be that bad. You know, for only $1. And then 2 copies of Tom Clancy Hawks 2. So whenever I see clearance games for $1 and they're not like sports games, I try to pick them up because typically on eBay, if you want, you know, like 4 games together, and you put them together and they're not 4 sports games, you put them together for 20 bucks, plus like, you know, 5 for shipping, typically it'll sell fairly fast. So I figure I'll sell Tom Clancy's Hawks, Kawasaki, and Family Fun Football, and then put something else in there, you know, and then that'll be some of my money back. Again, I didn't spend anything, so it's like, you know, it's like kind of greedy of me to try and plus even more off of this. But yeah, got Sonic Colors, you know. I had this in the past, but I sold my copy because my copy got just super damaged. My AC's going off. I'm sorry, you guys. But my copy got super damaged, so I sold my copy. And, you know, I've wanted another copy since then, and I finally ran into a copy for a price I was willing to pay, which was free. Then I got LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga. I can't wait to play this. Yeah, I really dig these LEGO games, so quite excited to play this, even though I have 1 and 2 on the GameCube. Whatever. And then LEGO Star Wars 3. This is one I never hear anyone talk about, so I think I'll actually play this one before, you know, the complete collection. And then finally, some DS games, because I'm trying to hammer away at my DS collection a bit. I want to get my DS collection to 100 games, preferably by the end of the year, but, you know, so some of these DS games are filler, though. Let's start with the filler one. So, I got Monster House. So I have Monster House on GBA, and it's actually a great game, so maybe the DS version won't be that bad, but I'm a little bit doubtful in that, but, you know. I got these games mostly for their cases, honestly speaking, because DS cases are, like, so useful. Brain Age 2. I kind of feel like I should own Brain Age on the DS just because Brain Age was such a big deal. So, you know, for free, why not? And then Generator Rex. I don't know anything about Generator Rex. I never watched it. Watched the show. But, you know, cheap DS game that was complete in the box. Figured I might as well make a go for it. We got Spore Creatures. I'm really interested in checking this out because, you know, Spore, kind of a very interesting franchise, I guess, from my childhood. I never played it, but I always wanted to play Spore. So, you know, it's kind of my white whale. One of my white whales in gaming is Spore. But yeah, figured I'd pick this one up and check it out. How bad could it be? Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. So I only need one more Tony Hawk game, and then I have all the Tony Hawk games on the DS. So that'll be a pretty neat subset to complete here. I actually haven't heard this. I've heard this isn't a very good game, but it was $4, so I'm not missing out on much if it's bad. Then I guess this would be one of the more interesting games. It's Pokemon Dash. I've heard this is the worst Pokemon, like one of the worst Pokemon games. But you know, it was a DS game that I've kind of wanted to check out, and it was $13. It's missing the manual, sadly enough. Missing the manual, but you know, for only $13, I figured why not. I'm probably never gonna see this game for cheaper again in the wild. Like, maybe I will, but probably not. I don't know, Pokemon games are weird because they actually tend to hold their value fairly well. Then the last game, that's Final Fantasy, The Four Heroes of Light. I've wanted this game for so long, but every time I find a copy of it, there's always like something wrong with it. Well, actually, no, not that. I've never found a copy of it in the wild, which is why I've never gotten it. I don't know why. Like, some games, like, just for whatever reason, I'm completely unwilling to buy them on off of eBay. And this was one of those games for me. But I've always wanted to play it because this was made by the people who made Bravely Default and Octopath Travelers. Bravely Default's one of my favorite 3DS games ever. And I heard that this is kind of that Bravely Default is the spiritual successor to this. So I've always wanted to check this out because of that. Unfortunately, this didn't have the art or the manual with it, but I checked eBay, and somebody had the manual and the art, the case art for it for $5. So I picked that up, and I pretty much just got this game for $12, which is actually a pretty great deal because I think it's averaging 20 on eBay. So yeah, that was my pickups. Overall, I think some pretty great stuff. Some filler stuff, but a lot of just good games in there as well. Like, I think all those SNES games are good games, the GBA games, some filler stuff, but that's fine by me. I enjoy some filler titles. I actually have a video about that coming out soon. Stay tuned. But yeah, so if you like this video, like it down below, comment. I don't know a hand signal for comment, and subscribe. And have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this, and peace.